Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons and our Madden 23 Detroit Lions franchise series, where we have got a heck of an episode for y'all today. A doubleheader against division rivals. First up on the chopping block is going to be Minnesota. We are taking them on at home, facing off against Kirk Cousins, against Jefferson. I think Thielen's still on their team. They got a lot of good guys on the offensive side. Kendricks as a linebacker. They're going to be tough defensively as well. So this one should be a pretty fun matchup to kind of handle and go with here. Now, as the players are getting onto the field, we are going to take a quick look at some business stuff going on first. Which the first thing to do is look at our quarterback play. He's actually playing pretty well. 10 touchdowns, only 1 interception so far on the season. We are 2-1 on the year. So 3 games in, 10 touchdowns. That's a pretty good ratio, a lot better than what we had last year. So we are going to keep throwing it as a focus, and I think that'll help spread out a lot of stuff going forward in the passing game and in the rushing game as well. And speaking of the passing game, we do have some player negotiations to look at. One of the first ones is going to be T.J. Hawkinson, our star tight end, and quite frankly, he's got a lot of interest in signing with us. And I do want to lock him up for quite a while. We have plenty of salary cap right now, so I'm going to give him a very player-friendly deal. He has definitely earned it. Now, he does accept that one. So DeAndre Swift is our main running back. He is an X-Factor guy. But once again, he is a running back. So he's one of our main offensive weapons. Looking at his contract, I am going to give him a player-friendly one. Okay, once again, we have the cap space, so why not? We are going to go ahead and make this offer to him. I'm not considering shorter deals at the moment. I didn't know that would be considered a shorter deal. And so he did turn it down. And in reality, based on that, I have put him up on the trading block. I'm not going to risk losing him and getting nothing for him. So let's face it. We'll see how that plays out up until week 8. But until that moment, let's go ahead and jump on into this game, as we are here at the very start of it with the Minnesota Vikings with the ball as they try to throw it on first down, and that one falls incomplete. And so now on 2nd and 10 from their own 25, Cousins is going to be lined up in a shotgun formation. Thielen in the slot left. Cousins drops back. Pressure gets to him. He heaves it down deep to the right side. Elliott goes up and gets it, and that's going to be an interception. He snagged that one from the air, high pointed it, and was able to get his foot and it looked like a knee down. As we watch this replay, the pressure got to Cousins, forcing him to throw the ball. And he does. He gets not only 1 foot, 2 feet, and then drags the first foot. Either way, that is going to be counted as an interception. So turnover right off the bat, and here we are now on offense. Here on this first drive after that interception, we get the first down there on a 2nd and inches, running basically right off left guard, and pick up about a yard or 2. All we needed was just half a yard. So that does give us a 1st and 10 now at the Viking 37-yard line, as we are on the move trying to capitalize on that turnover. Now we come out in a shotgun, 3 wide left. Hawkinson on the line to the right. Chase with the snap, fires it over the middle to Swift. He's got him forward for about 9 yards right there, coming out of the backfield. Chase is now 2 of 2 for 17 yards, and that was Swift's first reception. So 2nd and 1, we're going to come out 2 tight ends to the right side, 2 receivers left, Swift in the backfield. We send Amon-Ra in motion. He has the edge a little bit, and if we had just continued around the outside, probably could have picked up a couple extra yards. I didn't know if that blocker would pick up the block, and so we try to dodge out of the way, but we end up moving right into him. So he does get tackled after gain of 3, bringing up 1st and 10, I formation, 2 receivers left. Chase with the snap, hands it off to Swift going left. He's got a hole. Swift cuts it outside and he just cannot stay in bounds, but he picks up good yardage all the way to the 16 or 6-yard line. I mean, he's got 23 yards on 4 carries already, getting it started. Our running game is moving with that big-time run play. So 1st and goal here on our opening drive of the game, trying to once again put 7 points up off that turnover. Coming out in the I formation, once again, 2 receivers left. Chase under center, has the snap, fires it over the middle. He's got Williams in the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Williams for the touchdown right there on the slant route over the middle. Makes the catch. And that is going to give us an early lead here in this game. Good throw and catch. Williams cutting across that safety's face to make it. And that's going to give us a 7-0 lead. Now here a little later in the first quarter, about 6.5 minutes remaining. Coming out under center, handed off to Cephas, coming across the formation. He picks up about 3 yards as well. And that was just a basic little run to kind of keep them honest. So 2nd and 7 now at the Minnesota 29-yard line. Our defense is playing well. So Chase is going to come out 5 wide this time in a shotgun formation. Nobody back there with him. He's got St. Brown on the right. Williams slot left. Has a snap. Fires it quick over to Hawkinson, who gets pushed forward gets off the tackle from Kendricks. Really pushed into the other tackler who knocked the crap out of him. But Hawkinson picks up enough for the first down, and that's going to be a big conversion for us down to the 19-yard line here as we continue to move this ball forward in the first quarter. Now with the 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Just under 6 minutes, about 5.5 minutes at this point. We're going to come out in an I formation once again as we hand that one off to Swift to the left side. Little hole, but that gets closed up quickly by Kendricks as he picks up only about 2 yards on that play right there. So 2nd and 8 down to the 17. That defense closed that gap very quickly. So now we're going to come out in a shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right as we have the snap. Drop back. He drops off the screen pass. He's got blockers to the outside. Swift, and he's not able to break that first tackle, but he does pick up enough yards to get us down to the 11, make it 3rd and short. So now 3rd and 2. Chase is 7 of 7 on the day to get this one started. And this offense and this passing game is rolling. So 3rd and 2 coming out in the shotgun. Once again, 3 wide. Hawkinson in the slot to the right. Swift in the backfield to the left. Chase has the snap, drops back. Pressure is going to get there. No one's going to get open, and he goes down for the sack. So that will make it 4th down and force us into a field goal opportunity. As long as we can make it, that'll give us a 2-score lead, so we'll take what we can get in that moment. Good pressure by Minnesota. Really, their coverage had everything blocked up. Nothing we could do there. And Chase gets brought down better than throwing an interception. So here on the field goal opportunity from the 16, that'll make about a 33-yard field goal. Siebert kicks that one up and right down the middle, and that is good. So we do lead 10-0 at this point here in the first quarter. A pretty good build-out lead. 2 drives, 2 scores. That's kind of what you want to see. Now Minnesota trying to fight back. Cousins is going to be under center. 3 receivers set. Hands it off. Play action to Cook. Actually, Harris brings pressure. He drops it off to Cook over the middle. Pushing forward, not going down easily. Cook pushing off the rookie linebacker like he's nothing. Picking up 8 yards on that reception all the way down to the 32-yard line. Now Cousins comes out in a shotgun formation once again. 3 receivers all bunched in tight. Play action to Cook once more. Pressure comes from Harris. He fires it over to the right side. He's got Jefferson who steps out of bounds at the 7. I mean, he was practically wide open. Jefferson's got a ton of speed, and pressure didn't get there till late. And so he does find him as he comes all the way across the field right there. So it's 1st and goal now at the 7. Minnesota trying to climb their way back into it. Cousins all alone in the backfield. Shotgun, has the snap. Stands tall. Pressure doesn't come. He drops it off for his tight end pushing forward. Who's going to get about 2 yards, it looks like. All the way, 4 yards, I guess, down to the 3-yard line. Moreau is going to be their tight end, getting them down to the 3. As we get set here on a 2nd and goal, they're going to go power formation. 2 tight ends to the left side here. 1 tight end to the right. And they're not going to get that snap off before the start of into the quarter. I thought they were, but they just couldn't get the snap off. So we will end quarter number 1 leading 10-0 here. But the Vikings are pressuring and trying to break through and get some points on the board. They come out set in the same formation once again. Cousins is going to be under center. Has the snap, hands it off to Cook to the left, and Cook goes walking in untouched. Too easy for him right there, and that's going to allow them to get right back into this ball game. Good blocking. Our defense collapsed on that side. We didn't have anybody that was there to even come close to Dalvin as he went across that goal line. So not the best play for us. but we need to shore that type of stuff up as we go forward. So the score is now 10-7 in this one. Now a little later in the second, the score is now tied 10-10. Minnesota is climbing back, but Chase trying to break that tie once again, finds Cephas over the middle for 7 yards, and that's going to make it 2nd and 3. As there's about 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. We are at the Viking 26-yard line, looking to put points up on the board. Chase is going to be in a shotgun. We got a 3 wide receiver set. As he hands that one off to Swift right up the middle, tries to cut left, nothing going, and Swift is brought down for basically no gain. That's 3rd and 3 now. Still at the 26-yard line, coming out in the shotgun once more. Chase stands over, looks at the defense, makes some changes at the line for his receivers, has the snap, fires it over to Swift over the middle, makes the catch, and he's going to be pushing forward. He gets enough for the first down, and that makes it 1st and 10 at the 18 inside the red zone. Chase with 121 yards and the touchdown on the day. So far, Swift now has 4 receptions for 26 yards. And so now here we are, 1st and 10 at the 18. Chase is going to be under center, 2 tight ends right. Has the snap, drops back, fires it over to Williams coming across the middle. He's going to push forward and get down to about the 11-yard line. So 2nd and 3 after that gain of 7. And this is actually going to end up going to the 2-minute warning as we're not able to get that snap off in time. So 2 minutes to go here in the first half. And ideally, if we can put up some points and basically take away the time so Minnesota can't drive down and put up points of their own. Everybody knows how Madden can be, so that's very possible. So if we can get some points on the board, waste the clock down, that's about an ideal situation. Now on a screen pass, we get out to Swift, who beats the defensive tackle to the edge, but not able to break anything else after that. So he picks up 2 yards, making it 3rd and 1 from the 9. As we're going to come out in a shotgun formation right here, 3 wide receiver set. Chase has the snap, drops back, fires it over to Swift. Once again, powering forward. Swift pushing. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Swift makes the catch out of the backfield. Then it is just pure individual effort, pushing through the defenders, fighting forward, and getting into the end zone to give us a 17-10 lead. And that is how the half would end. 17-10 is the score here in Detroit. We have a lead briefly. We got 2 touchdowns through the air. We need the 300 yards, though, to meet our goal. Now, while we take a little break, let's take a look at scores around the nation. And the Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium. That game is tied at 21 as they close in on halftime. Now, Miami and Las Vegas. Down in the heat of Miami, the Raiders and Derek Carr still on their team, leading the Dolphins 21-6. Carr with 2 TDs and 188 yards. Now we head up to the Northeast, the Chiefs at the Patriots. That game is all tied with 22 seconds remaining in the half. Mahomes with 103 yards and a TD. Mac Jones with 154 and 2 TDs, but topping that off with 2 interceptions. So that's going to be your halftime scores. Now let's jump back into this game here. As we hand that off to DeAndre Swift, going to the right side, he picks up a good about 9.5 yards all the way down to the 32-yard line as we are on our opening drive of the second half, looking to put points on the board. Chase is going to be under center for this one, 2 tight ends to the right side. Swift is alone in the backfield, hands it off to Swift, has a blocker pushing forward, and he picks up just enough to the 31. Swift has got 64 yards on 14 carries this afternoon. Pretty decent day, but we need to keep handing him the ball. 1st and 10. Chase is going to come out in the shotgun. He's making changes at the line. Has the snap. Drops back. Fires it deep to the right side. He's got Cephas pushing forward. Cephas, he's inside the pylon. Touchdown, Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Quintez Cephas on that reception. Not only to make the catch, have the wherewithal to not go out of bounds, and actually make just a beeline for the pylon, and he's able to get inside of it, fighting off 2 tacklers, Harrison Smith and another one. That's not an easy job to do, but he gets into the end zone. That's going to give us a 2-score lead here in the third. Now we're going to jump on up to the fourth quarter. We still lead by 2 scores. Each team has added a field goal. It's 24-13. but not for long. Dalvin Cook is sitting there breaking tackles, and we got guys just falling over themselves, and Cook is off to the races. No way our rookie linebacker catches him, and he's going to get into the end zone, making us look foolish right there. I'm not sure what happened. If you see our defensive line kind of bounced backward, even though he wasn't involved in that play, that's still kind of shady, but it brings them to within a single score. Now trying to answer them on this one. We have a play action. We hit St. Brown coming across the field for a big play right there. Chase is at 291 yards and 3 touchdowns on the day after that big pass play to Amon-Ra St. Brown coming off that play action. And our rushing game has been working, which has really helped in getting this passing game going. So now 1st and 10 at the Viking 33-yard line. St. Brown's got 44 yards on 3 receptions. Most of them came on that one right there. 1st and 10, handed off to Swift to the left side, pushing forward. Lowering his shoulder a violent 3 yards. He's got 96 yards on the day. We got to look to get him to the century mark. 2nd and 7. We're going to come out in a shotgun. 3 receivers left. Hawkinson slot right. As we hand it off to Swift. Gutton to the left. He's going to have space. He's out in the open. Makes one tackler miss. Pushing forward down at the 12-yard line. Swift now over 100 yards at 114 on 22 carries. And that's going to be a big-time first down for this offense as we do lead by 1 score. Gets us all the way down to the 12. And the clock is continuing to tick away slowly. Now Chase under center this time, 3 wide. St. Brown in close to the right. Chase has the snap, scans over, looks for a place to go, rolls out to the right. He's got nobody. He's going to follow Swift forward. Chase pushing forward and is brought down at the 2-yard line. He's got 20 yards on 2 rushes. That's going to make it 1st and goal here for the Lions. Now looking at it, we probably are not going to get this one off before the 2-minute warning, and we don't. So we do still lead by 1 score, 27-20, 2 yards away from pay dirt. Now is going to be the time where we have to run this clock down, at least make Minnesota use their timeouts and get them stuck in a tough situation. 1st and goal, we're going to go heavy set, 2 tight ends, I formation. Hand it off to Swift up the middle, powering forward, nowhere to go, but he does pick up a yard at least. And that's going to bring up 2nd and goal as Minnesota uses their first timeout on this one. So now 2nd and goal. We're going to come out in a shotgun, try to spread this defense out a little bit. Chase has the snap, hands it off to Swift. He's going to get into the end zone untouched right there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. DeAndre Swift puts the nail in the coffin in this one, and that's going to give us a 2-score lead once again here at home over the Minnesota Vikings. That one was a finisher, a dagger in their heart, to say the least, and a great run and a great score by that young man. And that will do it for us. We will take this game 34-20 at home over division rival Minnesota. But what does this game really do for us? It obviously extends us in the win column. We are now 3-1 after this game, but we have a tough test coming up. We have defending Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers coming up next. So this gives us at least a little bit of momentum kind of going forward on that one. 251 passing yards if you factor in all the sacks, 139 rushing yards on the day. A good job by this offense. Almost 400 yards total offense. So well done by these guys to put up that in 34 points. Now against Green Bay, we are going to be on the road. And normally, you generally get some decent weather there at Lambeau, but not this time. It is going to be a rainy, muddy day on the field. And quite honestly, I don't trust us to be stuck in passing situations in that weather, at least not yet. So we are going to try to focus on running the ball here, at least for our side. Now, Aaron Rodgers is a beast to deal with. For some reason, they think he's a scrambler like Lamar Jackson or something. But let's face it, his biggest danger is kind of moving around in the pocket, but getting that ball out quickly. That's what he does. That's what we're going to have to try to negate. I don't know if you can really be too successful doing it, but you have to try to limit it as best you can. Now the Packers will start this game out with possession of the ball, and they are on the move. Rodgers is passing it. They do hand that one off to Aaron Jones. He's going to get nowhere, just picks up 1 yard on that one. Normally, they've been passing the ball, which is kind of weird. With the rainy, I game plan for them to be more running it. However, Rodgers is a gunslinger. He's a super. In this version of Madden, he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion now after the previous season. So I guess he feels confident enough he can do it, and why not? He's got the capability as an X factor. 2nd and 9 now. Rodgers drops back. He's going to find Runyon, his tight end, or Tunyon. How the hell you pronounce his name? For about 6 yards right there. Tunyon. 5 yards actually, and that's going to get him to the 30-yard line, make it 3rd and manageable. 4 yards to go. Rodgers now in a shotgun formation. Has the snap. We bring a blitz. He gets the pass off quickly, and that's going to be brought down real quick on that one. We didn't even have a chance to totally react. The blitz had no shot to get there because he's snapping it and getting rid of it. Now 1st and 10 at the 20 inside the red zone. Rodgers is going to be in a shotgun. Has the snap once again. Pressure comes, but it's a screen pass. Jones has it up the middle. He's got blockers breaking tackles, and finally Hutchinson and McNeil team up to bring him down. 7 yards down the field. Not the best way you want to defend that one, but I guess we got him stopped, right? So 2nd and 3 now. Rodgers in the shotgun once again. 3 wide set. Tunyon in the slot right. Rodgers has the snap. Pressure comes. He's dropping it off on the screen pass again. Aaron Jones makes the catch, but this time he's stuffed down in the backfield. Great play by our defenders there. And that's how you got to get that one stopped. Onwuzurike comes in, makes the hit originally, but then he gets teamed up with Hughes as they help put him to the turf, and that's going to be a 4-yard loss, making it 3rd and 7. And this would be a big stop on the Packers' opening drive if we can get this one finished. So now 3rd and 7. Rodgers drops back, quick pass up. Hughes goes up for it and knocks it away. Hughes doesn't allow that one to be caught. That's going to put them in a 4th down situation, and they are going to try this field goal opportunity from the 17. So 34 yards. That one is up, and it is right down the middle as that one is good. So they will take the early lead here on this rainy Monday night primetime game, 3-0. So here we are trying to respond to him. Chase is going to be in a shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 tight ends right. As the snap, drops back, finds Swift out in the flat, trying to get in the corner, unable to really get the corner all that well. And he picks up only a couple yards. Chase is just 2 of 3 on this first drive for 7 yards after that catch. So 2nd and 8. Chase is going to come out 3 wide this time, 2 to the right. He's got the snap. Fires over to St. Brown, makes the catch, fighting forward. St. Brown, not easy to bring down, and he picks up a 1st down on that one. Coming across on the in route there, and then just beeline straight from the line to gain, and picks it up enough all the way to the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 for this Lions offense, still trailing 3-0 here on our opening drive. Chase is going to be under center, 2 tight ends set. We hand that one off to Swift up the middle, makes a quick cut, and is brought down after a gain of 3 yards. Once again, he's got 23 yards so far on this drive on just 4 carries. So he is being a pretty pivotal part of our offense as we are taking this ball down the field. And this is a long, drudging type of drive here. Very methodical. So 2nd and 7 now in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left. Chase has the snap, hands it off to Swift. Got a little hole, cutting forward. Swift fighting off tacklers, and is brought down after a gain about 8 yards. And that's going to get us down to the 18-yard line. Really, I guess it was about 6 yards. 3rd and 2 now from the 18. Chase coming out in an I formation. 2 receivers left. Has the snap, play action. Rolling out to the right, throws that one up into the end zone, and that's going to be intercepted by the Packers. And they start their run back, and Penei Sewell comes in and makes the tackle. Chase just threw that one out. That was a horrible throw. Really should have just learned to take our licks when we got him and had gone for the field goal. So now here come the Packers on their ensuing drive. Hand it off to Jones up the middle. He's going to be stuffed on that 2nd down carry, and that's going to make it 3rd and 7 now here as we are in the 2nd quarter now. Packers still leading 3-0. This is the drive after the interception. Well, this is actually a different drive. We've had a couple stops, and so have they. So, like I said, 2nd quarter, Packers on the move, though. Rodgers kind of bouncing around in the pocket, throws it off to the left side, bouncing off tacklers, and they're going to go running into the end zone. Amari Rodgers. Once again, when he did that little back move, did you see our defender just kind of fall backwards, or at least dive backwards? I mean, you've got to be kidding me on this. I don't know what the hell update they did, but that just ain't right. As he took that, he did take a wallop, and he got into the end zone, so credit to him, but still, it's kind of shiesty. So now we have to respond on a 2nd and 3. Chase drops back, fires it over to the right side, and that one's going to be not caught, thankfully. But there is a flag on the play, and that's going to get him for roughing the passer. I will take it from the 30 down to the 15. You know what? It may not be pretty, it may be kind of a shiesty way to do it, but I will take what we can get here on this rainy day, trailing by 10, needing to steal back some momentum, kind of quiet these fans up a little bit. On 1st and 10 from the 15, coming out in a shotgun. We got 3 wide set, has the snap, drops back, fires it over to St. Brown, pushing forward once again. As soon as he makes the catch, St. Brown is really good about just diving forward and going for that line to gain. So that's a gain of 8 yards as we come out now in a 2nd and 2. Chase under center, has the snap, drops back real quick, fires it, a horribly inaccurate pass. He's 6 of 11 for 50 yards and 1 interception on the day. This is not a day to be throwing the ball, apparently. He just was not. He was going for Williams, who went out, then back in, and missed him by about 6 yards. So we've got to get a handle on that. Now 3rd and 2 here, coming out in the shotgun. Chase has a quick throw over the middle of St. Brown, fighting forward, and he's held up. They stand him up at the 1 yard line, but that makes it 1st and goal still here in this one. St. Brown just did not have enough as the Packers got to him and teamed up and brought him down at the 1. So 1st and goal now. 3 feet away from pay dirt. We're going to go ahead and try to, our standard, spread them out, see if we can't get this one forced up the middle. As we hand it off to Swift, he's got a hole, and he's going to be into the end zone. DeAndre Swift for the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That gets us right back into this game. Nice little hole opened up, and he took it over to the left side. Could have gone either way, left or right, but decides to go left and gets right into the end zone there. Great job blocking and continuing that block all the way through. That tends to be a problem for our guys at times. So now that we're right back into this thing, it is going to be 10-7 here at this point. So the score is still 10-7. Packers are on the move. They do have possession of the ball. About 3 minutes remaining. Rodgers drops back, fires it over to Tunyon real quick over the middle. Quick pass. We brought a blitz, and Tunyon got past his defender and then just wide open. Quick throw, and that's going to pick us apart every time. So down to the 16, 1st and 10. Rodgers under center this time. 3 wide receiver set. Jones in the backfield. As they hand it off to the receiver coming around, and he's going to be stopped after a gain of only 1. Deshaun Elliott comes up and stops that one. That was a big-time play for our safety to come through and bring down Rodgers on the run. Coming around, I guess, on that end around or new age end around. So 2nd and 9 as the clock ticks away to the 2-minute warning here. Rodgers is going to have the snap, hands it off to Jones again. He's got nowhere to go. Harris brings him down in the backfield, and that's going to be a great play to get this drive kind of stopped, kind of suffer that momentum a little bit, and make it 3rd and 10 now from the 16. So 1 play just to stop them, give us the ball back and an opportunity here. Now Rodgers with 3rd and 10 comes out 5 wide at the 16-yard line. As Rodgers has the snap, we get pressure up the middle. He's running into Harrison. He's going to bring him down for the sack. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Harris got him. Rodgers scrambling in the pocket when running right into Harris, who got around his blocker with great efficiency and brought Rodgers down for the sack. So we do call a timeout and use our first timeout of the half to leave 1:57 on the clock. So the score is 10-7 here, trying to make it 13-7. As that boot is going to be to the ball, up, and it goes right through. This weather is not something easy to kick in either. And they've now made 2 field goals in this game, and they have a 6-point lead. So here we come back on our ensuing drive. 40 seconds remaining. In the shotgun, 3 wide receiver set. They bring a blitz, throw it over to Bailey over the middle. Lloyd Bailey, our rookie, he makes the catch and gets us down to the 27-yard line. Now, we do have 2 timeouts, but I want to use those sparingly. They bring a blitz again, and we throw that one out. We had a couple different options, but that blitz got to us a lot quicker than what I anticipated, and so Chase got rid of it and trying to hit Swift in the flat. And if he had been able to make the catch, he could have gone for pretty good yards, but unable. Pass falls incomplete, and clock stops with 16 seconds. Now on a 2nd and 10, Chase has a snap. They bring a blitz once again. We throw it over to Hawkinson over the middle. Now we will call a timeout here at the 16-yard line. That's going to be enough to give us a first down. As this half is getting ready to come to a close. We call that timeout, though. 11 seconds remaining in the first half, trailing by 6. In position to actually take a lead here. Now we come out in a shotgun 3 wide once again. Chase making changes at the line. Has the snap. They bring a blitz. Dropping back. Fires it over the middle, and he completely misthrows it. I couldn't tell if he was going for Williams or Hawkinson. Either way, he missed both of them and threw it straight to the defender. And Green Bay's going to get the interception, and that is how the first half is going to end. It looked like Hawkinson in the end is who he was going for, just overthrew him massively. Accuracy is becoming a problem for Chase in this type of weather today. We're going to have to figure out some other way to make some movement. So we are trailing at the end of the first half, 7-13 here against Green Bay. Now taking a look at some of the other scores, at least for the NFC North, Minnesota does beat the Falcons 21-13, and Chicago loses to Denver at home. Look at the NFC West matchup, though. Seahawks at the Rams, and the Rams are going to take that one 22-19, a pretty close game right there. And same thing in the NFC South. You're taking a look at Carolina taking down Brady and the Buccaneers 32-28. Carolina was the home team on that one, as Kansas City also demolished Tennessee on Sunday Night Football 28-10. And so that's going to be the scores for what happened on the Sunday. So here we go back onto the Monday night game. About 6 minutes to go in the third. Both teams haven't been able to really get much going, but the Packers trying to change that narrative here on this drive as they're at the Lions' 29-yard line, 2nd and 6 after that run by Jones. Rodgers is going to be under center. Has the snap. Pressure gets there, but he drops it off to Watkins, who gets past one tackler and another. And finally, Okudah brings him down. That's brought him down at the 7. That's going to be 1st and goal now for the Packers. Now, we've held them to 2 field goals when they've gotten in the red zone so far. So we just need to try to do that again. That's a tall task to ask, but we got to try to do it. They hand it to Jones up the middle, breaking some tackles, but he does finally get brought down at the 4-yard line. Jones has got 56 yards on almost 20 carries so far in this game. Now Rodgers with 2nd and goal from the 4 is going to come out in a shotgun formation. Looks like a 3-wide set. Hands that off to Jones to the left, bouncing off tacklers, pushing forwards on Uwariye, making him look foolish, and just shoves him off. And he's going to go marching into the danged end zone. That's going to increase their lead now to 13 points. He had him held up, and then Jones just shoves him off. Now they do miss the extra point, so it's 7-19 instead of 7-20. 12-point game. Here we are trying to make a comeback. He's got Lloyd Bailey down the left side. Bailey goes from the 46 to the 24 on that pass and catch right there. So 4 minutes remaining in the third, trailing 7-19. But Lloyd Bailey making things happen as a rookie. 1st and 10 now at the 24. Chase in a shotgun. Hands that off Swift to the right side. Has a small little hole. Pushing through and picks up only a couple yards. Swift has got 70 yards on 15 carries so far tonight. 2nd and 8. We're going to come out, stay in the shotgun formation. As he drops back, Chase, nowhere to go with it, but fires it over to Swift late, and he makes the catch all the way down at the 7-yard line. DeAndre Swift continued his route, and Chase was able to get enough air under that one that Swift could catch up to it. And he's going to make that catch all the way down to the 7. 1st and goal Lions. As we are trying to get this one punched across. Chase with the snap, drops back. He's got a screen set up. Blockers couldn't really get established in front of him. And that's going to make it 2nd and goal now at the 5. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Chase is going to be in the shotgun, 3 wide once again. Cephas in the slot. Williams left. St. Brown right. Has the snap. Rolling out to his right. Fires it late. He's got Cephas in the end zone for the touchdown Lions. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That one was almost snagged by a defender, but just mere milliseconds. It's all it took for that ball to get past the defender and into Cephas' hands. Great concentration to make that catch. And we're right back in this one, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to pull us right back in here. So great catch. That's going to break it 13-19 because we also missed our extra point. And so now, here in the fourth quarter, 5 minutes ago, our defense has stepped up and really held the Packers to no gains or anything. And that first pass, horrifically inaccurate on the left side to Williams. I'm unable to make that completion. 2nd and 10 now at the Packers' 37-yard line. Chase drops back. Fires it over the middle and overthrows Reynolds this time. Chase is 22 of 37. 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions on the game. Horrible today so far, but we have to keep throwing it. We're down by 6. That time he drops that one off for Swift, able to put air under it. Swift makes a catch, and he's going to be brought down at the 20-yard line just into the red zone here as we're under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. This is what we try to do. This is how you win championships, is by being a team that can come back and finish off a team like the Packers. And on that 1st and 10 carry, we get no yards on that one. Swift at 21 rushes for 90 yards. He got held up, so we're still at the 20-yard line here. And now Chase is going to come out in the shotgun. We got 3 wide and a bunch to the right. Williams alone on the left. Chase has the snap, looking over. Fires it to the left side. He's got Bailey, who's going to pick up just a couple yards, and that's going to make it 3rd and 8 from the 18-yard line. So 3rd and 8. This is a big-time 3rd down call. Looking at possibly 4-down territory with the amount of time that's left. Now we're going to come out under center. 2 tight ends to the right side. We have the snap, scanning over. Chase fires it to the left. He's got St. Brown, who cannot get away. And that's going to make it 4th and 2 at the 12-yard line. 4th and 2. And so there's 2.5 minutes left. We are going to go for it. There's no point in not. You got to go for the win. You just got to do it. So 4th and 2. Chase drops back. They bring a blitz. We fired over. He's got Bailey. Bailey got forward. He got the line to gain down to the 10. That's going to give us a 1st and goal. He got to the 10 right when he made the catch, and then was pushed backwards by Alexander and Savage. But that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. First, I think they are giving us the goal line. Yeah, 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Down by 6 in Lambeau Field. 2 minutes remaining. Chase is going to be in a shotgun. 3 wide left. Handed off to Swift up the middle. Making guys miss. Pushing forward. Swift gets brought down at the 3-yard line. And that's going to make it 2nd and goal from the 3. The clock is going to continue to move, as we're down to about 1:20 left in this game. Chase in a shotgun, hands it to Swift to the left side. He's got a blocker pushing forward, and he goes into the end zone real quick. DeAndre Swift, that's going to give us a lead here if we can make the extra point, which we've already missed 1 so far today. So for the lead in the rainy, stormy weather of Lambeau Field, Siebert. He calls for the snap, has a kick, that's up, and he shanks it. He shanks it again. You've got to be kidding me. Siebert shanking that one. So now we're tied, and here comes Rodgers doing what he does, finding Aaron Jones deep over the middle of the field on that pass play. Rodgers, 292 passing yards. Totally different story today between these teams in the passing game. So Rodgers 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Sends a man in motion. Rodgers has the snap. Hands it off to Jones. He's going to be hitting stuffed up the middle. And that's going to bring it 2nd and 12. We will call our 2nd timeout here. Now, we need to make these tackles. If we can keep them pinned back far enough, there's a really solid chance they miss a field goal opportunity. Hope is not lost yet, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 12 now from the 31-yard line under center. Rodgers hands it off to Jones. Makes a cut and is brought down after a gain of about 3 yards. We use our final timeout. That one is our final timeout. If we can force the Packers into a field goal chance here, they may miss and we get this thing into overtime. Now Rodgers on 3rd and 9 hands it to Jones. He's got blockers on the left side. He's got people going forward, and he's finally brought down. You've got to be kidding me. We allowed Jones to get free on a 3rd and 9 And he gets it all the way down to the 8-yard line. Now Rodgers has got a 1st and goal. 30 seconds remaining. And he hands that one off to Jones, who's going to be hit hard and brought down real quick. Right at the 8-yard line. But, man, we need we need a miracle to happen. A Green Bay miracle. Detroit miracle. Whatever in the hell you want to call it. And that's not going to happen as Jones breaks it out to the left and goes marching into the end zone. You've got to be kidding me. Just like that. A couple big plays is all it took, and now we are trailing with 24 seconds left in this one. As they put that extra point up and through finally. At least one team can make an extra point, and it sure as hell ain't us. So now the score is 19-26, 22 seconds left. Trying to make something happen. Chase drops back. And gets hit right as he releases, so that one falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. We had him open, but I really didn't trust to make a good throw at that point. I needed to get a little bit more space before trying to drop that thing off. And so 2nd and 10 now. And this is a big-time play. We got to get out of bounds. We have no timeouts, right? So out of bounds is where we have to go. Chase drops back. They bring a blitz, fires it over the middle. He finds Reynolds, and Reynolds gets hit and brought down. Chase trying to spike it, and he does. He gets the spike off with 1 second remaining. Oh, my goodness. Okay, here we go. This is it. Time for the big bomb. 26-19, trailing by a touchdown. 1 second left at Lambeau. Chase has the snap, and he throws it deep to the Williams, who for some reason turned back around. What was Williams doing? He took 5 yards, came running back, right as we threw it, turned around, ran back to the line of scrimmage, and then decided to go. What happened on that? Oh, my goodness. That's disheartening, Madden. I don't know what that was, but that was... Maybe that falls incomplete. Fine. It does. If it falls incomplete, great. But for that to happen, that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's a Madden thing. Stuff like that happen. We're 3-2 on the season now, thanks to that wondrous play by Williams giving us a shot at not catching the ball. So losing on Monday night, prime time, that's going to do some damage to us, I have a feeling. We had some boost for this game, but Rodgers just picked us apart in this one. And really, he was getting the ball off incredibly quick. Incredibly quick. You know. And that doesn't make it any harder. It's a dang division rival. And not only any division, it's like the division rival. Green Bay Packers. And look at that. Lacking confidence. All players will have -5 play recognition for the next game. That's great. Thank y'all very much for that one. So this is going to be stacked up coming up in the next episode. We are going to have, I'm not sure exactly who we're playing in the next episode, but it is going to be 2 different games. The first one will be against the Saints. They are a little bit down in the dumps, so this -5 confidence may be exactly what the Saints need to get going in a positive direction. And then the press asked us about the weather. No, it doesn't matter, the weather. Okay? And I think this response, as much of a canned response, I don't think so. Both teams had to deal with conditions, and we're not one to make excuses. You know, they were I really don't think they were the better team. Our quarterback sucked. And theirs didn't, is what happened, right? So, that's how that one goes. Now, in this next episode, like I said, we're going to be playing the Saints, and we get the Packers again. That's lovely. So, be sure to join us for that one. Hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it already. Give us a thumbs up if you did like today's video, and hit that little bell notification so you get notified of all Champ and Son content, whether it's football, basketball, anything that we got going on the channel, so that you can stay tuned for that. Thank y'all for joining us. Thank you all for the support y'all have shown the channel over the past couple months. It is absolutely crazy to see. I am eternally grateful for that. So I can't thank y'all enough, but seriously, thank y'all. And on that note, everybody, I will see y'all in the next episode. So as always, stay safe. And well, y'all know how it goes by now, right? Later, y'all.